Hi, Sheila here, your friendly neighborhood page, and I'm here bringing you a quarantine craft. Today's project is this. A lot of people right now are interested in the idea of growing some stuff from home. It's very rewarding to grow things, and I love growing things from seed. So I'm going to teach you how to make starter pots for your seeds out of newspaper and scissors. Okay, here we go. So you've got your newspaper. Just take a segment, take a page, like so. What you want to do is cut this into squares. Now it's real easy. If you want to make a large one, it's real easy. You've got one regular fold of fabric. You cut it in half this way, and guess what? That's already a square. If you want it to be 2 layers, you can leave it. We're going to show you on 1 layer, since we're teaching you how to do the folds here. And boom, you've got a square of paper. Newspaper is the easiest and the best because it breaks down easily once it gets into the soil, and that's what you want. You want it to be able to, decompose once you transplant things into the soil, because you're going to transplant it right in this pot. So, you have your square of paper. You take 2 opposite corners, meet them up so that you can fold it in half. Now don't worry if your square's not perfect, if your triangle's not perfect. That's not going to be very important, okay? So you're going to do that. You're going to take one of your corners and you're going to turn it up like that, okay? And crease it down. You're going to take your other corner and do the same thing, like so, okay? And put a crease in that side. And now what you have so far is this little shape right here. Now you're going to take, now what you should have left is 2 flaps at the top. You're going to take the front one, the one closest to the places you just folded down, and you're going to fold it down, but what you want to do when you fold it down is you want to take the corner and you want to get it inside this little pouch created by one of your previous folds, so that you fold it inside like that and it stays in there of its own accord. That's what you want to do. And then the other flap, the back one here, you also fold down, but this time you're going to fold it down inside the entire shape like this and crease it. So that what you have is now a completely closed, self-sufficient pot that keeps its own shape, and you can flatten the bottom out a little bit if you want, and it will keep its own shape, and then you can fill it with soil and stick your seeds in it to plant it. Now, obviously, once you have, this is not going to hold itself up, and it's going to be very delicate once you put soil in it and make it wet. You want it to be delicate because you want it to break down once you transplant it into the ground. But in the meantime, you want to be careful handling it, and the best thing to do, I find, is to make several of them and to get some kind of a pan or something with walls. Maybe you've got a loaf pan, maybe you've got a 13 by 9 like I have here. You can take several of them, and this is a lot easier to do once you have them filled with soil, believe me. You take several of them and you put them like side by side, filled with soil, like this, and at that point they will hold each other up, and you just have to be very careful handling them, watering them, because they will start to fall apart. But it's okay, you just carefully pick it up with both hands when you're ready to transplant it, and in the meantime they will stay intact enough, long enough for your seedlings to grow. You can also make them in different sizes if you want. You can make them smaller just by cutting smaller squares and using the same pattern. I encourage you, so this is the most basic origami pattern in the world. I encourage you to look up other origami patterns for origami cups. Basically anything that's a cup will probably work for this. You can look up lots of different patterns online. You can also check out our digital resources like Hoopla or Overdrive. And if you like the idea of this project specifically or enjoy the folding paper in general, you can go in and look up books on origami. And find even more fun projects to do. So, have fun, get creative, stay home, stay safe, and we'll see you later.